Hey guys, my name is Tamara, and every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I do reviews called Did You See That Shit? And today is Wednesday, so you know what that means. Today is Riverdale. So last week's episode was the season premiere. It was called A Kiss Before Dying, and let me just tell you, I was so fucking excited. If you do not follow me on Twitter, I was live tweeting the whole episode, and I swear I was very shooketh, I should say. I was very shooketh. If you guys watched the season finale from last season, Archie's dad got shot. Oh my gosh, I was so devastated when that happened. So in the beginning of the episode, everyone's like reeling from the Jubilee. You know, Betty's at home writing in her diary, Veronica's stretching from a night of sex with Archie, and Jughead is typing away on his laptop. And then you see Archie driving frantically in his car to get his dad to the hospital. Oh my god, y'all. I was like, please Lord, do not kill off Fred. Because like I said in my last video, Fred is the only like sane parent there. So please don't kill him off. So he finally gets to the hospital, tell people like, hey, my dad got shot, please help, please help. Let's talk about Betty and her mom. Like, this was the funniest scene in the episode. Okay, so like I said, the morning after, so Betty and her mom is sitting in the kitchen. Well, Betty's mom is getting breakfast for her, and Betty's like, yeah, me and Jughead went back to his dad's trailer, and her mom is like, what? Like, what? Did he deflower you? And Betty's like, no, Mom. I mean, we were about to, but he got interrupted by the Southside Serpents. And her mom was like, oh, hell no. You was not about to deal with no delinquent. And Betty's just like, whatever, Mom. But then she gets a phone call from Archie saying that Fred got shot. So Betty had to call Jughead and Veronica. And that is another thing. Like, a lot of people were like, why didn't Archie, since Veronica is supposed to be his girlfriend, why didn't he call Veronica first? But I mean, hello, Betty is his like best friend, been his best friend since they were probably like in kindergarten or whatnot. So of course he's gonna call his best friend first. Just saying. So then they all rushed to the hospital. Not only did they go, but their parents went, and then that's another scene. See, this is why I love Alice. I mean, it's like a love-hate relationship with Alice, because Alice was like, she looked at Jughead like, boy, if you don't, and Jughead's like, what? Like what? What did I do? And her mom was just like, are you sure it wasn't the Southside Serpents that did this? And then Jughead's like, well, it's a good thing you can't blame my dad since he's in jail. But that was funny. I just loved her little face. She was just like, I'm gonna post a picture. Like, this is her face when she saw Jughead. She was not having it, y'all. Not having it. So then Archie gets interviewed by Sheriff Keller. And, you know, not only is he talking to Sheriff Keller, but Jughead goes with him for moral support and to, you know, see what's going on. And Sheriff Keller is like, is there anything else you saw and whatnot? And Archie is just like, no. And you can tell that he's hiding something. And so once Sheriff Keller walks away, Jughead's like, what are you not telling? Like, what's going on? And Archie's just like, well, I think that he was a Southside Serpent. Like, I found out that him and Hermione just fired the Southside Serpents. So can you please go see what's going on? And Jughead's like, of course. Like, remember, you are family. I got you. So he goes to the Southside Serpents, like two Southside Serpents, and it's like, hey, can y'all check on this? Like, can y'all see, since I'm a serpent or y'all doing stuff for my dad, can you please see what's going on? Because, you know, Fred Andrews just got shot. So they're like, we got you, bruh. So they go get the scoop on it. Then, oh my gosh, I know I'm like probably going out of order, but it was so much in this episode that I just love. Like, one of my favorite parts of this episode, besides Alice, was the interaction between Hermione and fucking Veronica. Oh my god, y'all. Okay, so let me set this up, y'all. So Veronica comes back from taking Archie home for him to get cleaned up and whatnot. So she comes back and she's telling Betty and Jughead to go and see if they can find Fred's wallet, since Archie and Veronica could not find it when they took out his clothes out of the bag from, you know, when you're in the hospital, they, you know, give you your clothes. So, you know, Betty and Jughead goes away and Hermione gets up and walks away, and Veronica's like, I wonder where my mother is going. So she finds her mom in the hospital chapel. And some hospitals have chapels in them, you know, for religious people. And so she goes and kneels down with her mom and is like, so what are we praying for? For a speedy recovery or a speedy death? And her mom is like, you really think that your dad is so evil that he would do this? And Veronica looks at her mom and is like, no, not him, you. And you should have saw Hermione's face. Like, she looked at her like, excuse me? So basically Veronica is like, you are playing it off like you're the angel in the equation, but you may just be dad's eyes from the ground, you know, like. And her mom is just like, your disrespect is not tolerated, and you are a lodge through and through. Like, you need to get it together because your dad is getting out soon. So I advise you to get it together. And then she leans in and it's like, I should slap you for the disrespect, but I'm not a violent person. Woo, y'all. I was so shook. Let's talk about Archie and Veronica's scenes together when Veronica took Archie home. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a big Varchie fan. I'm not really that big on Varchie, but you know, a lot of people do actually enjoy them. But let me just say this, okay? That whole scene where they hop in the shower together, I was just like, I just felt like that was a little extra. I mean, I get it. Like, sex appeal and all that shit. But I just was like, nah. Like, I didn't have like a, woo, child. Like, I didn't have that reaction. I was just like, okay. I guess they're having sex now. Awesome. But I mean, I really didn't have like that visceral, like that big reaction to it. So, I mean, hey. But yeah, so, but let's talk, besides the whole sex scene, of course you have the whole scene where after they got out the shower and everything, and Archie is Veronica took all of Fred's clothes out of the hospital bag, and Archie is like, wait, where's my dad's, you know, wallet? And he's like searching, and Veronica's like, I didn't see a wallet. And Archie's just like in a panic, and he basically is like, girl, bye, get out, because I didn't ask you to be here, please get the fuck out. And at first Veronica was gonna leave, and then she's like, no. And then she did this whole spiel of, I'm not going anywhere. I was just waiting for her to just start singing like, and I am telling you. I was just waiting for her to break out with that. I'm sorry. Like, I was so serious. I was so waiting for that. But she didn't, of course, because this is not Dreamgirls. This is fucking Riverdale. And then you have the little Bughead scene where Jughead and Betty goes to try and find Fred's wallet, and of course they couldn't find it. That's where Betty and Jughead have their little discussion about the whole outside serpents. You know, Betty's just basically like, you looked very excited to be a Southside Serpent, and Jughead's just like, basically he feels like this is the only way he can be connected to his dad. Like, I don't think they really had that big of a relationship, and now that he's kinda in the Southside Serpents, he feels a connection with wearing the jacket, living in the trailer, and also, you know, riding that motorcycle. Yes, my boy Jughead riding a motorcycle, y'all. Yes. Betty's just like, well, I'm gonna support you, you know, I got you. Like, I'm scared for you, but I got you. So another big thing that happened was Cheryl's entrance, okay? So before I get into Cheryl's entrance, let's talk about Betty and Kevin's discussion. So Kevin and Betty were discussing how her and Jughead almost had sex. She was like, oh yeah, he told me he loved me and I told him I loved him, and then we were about to get busy, and then we got interrupted by the Southside Serpents. And then Kevin was like, oh hell no child, do not do it, because hello, didn't you just see how me and Joaquin went? Like, why would you want a repeat of that? And she's just like, no, I don't think so, I don't think it's gonna happen, blah blah blah. And then Cheryl walks in, and she walked in like a badass bitch, y'all. Like, oh my god, I loved how she walked in. She did the little hair flip and everything. So Kevin and Betty look at each other like, what the fuck is she doing here? So then they run to her and it's like, Cheryl, what's going on? Like, what happened? And Cheryl basically tells them, like, I was asleep in the house and mom smelled smoke and she came in to save me, and she suffered 3rd-degree burns and smoke inhalation. So you're like, wait, that is not what we saw. We saw you have a damn candlestick in your damn hand and you threw it down, was like, we about to get purified up in this bitch. So, but then you find out that no, she didn't go in there to save her. She went in to save a damn painting, y'all. But everybody like, wait, hold on. Where Nana Rose at? Like, for real, like, where the grandma at? Like, that lady was in a wheelchair. I hope before Cheryl set fire to the damn house, I hope she got her grandma out. For real though. Like, where's Nana? I hope Riverdale, like, let us know where the fuck homegirl at. But let's get back to Cheryl. Okay, so Cheryl goes into her mom's room. I hope you tell everybody the story that I've already concocted, basically. Like, you better not tell them that I set the fire, or I will tell them what happened to Daddy in the fucking barn. So what happened to her dad in the damn barn? That's a question, okay? I'm gonna just post all the questions I have and let's see if I get them knocked off by the end of the season. But seriously, she was just like, yeah, don't tell nobody that I set this fire, or I will tell everybody what happened in the fucking barn. And I'm all like, oh shit. So Clifford didn't commit suicide. So he just, so did Mama kill him? Did Cheryl kill him? Oh shit. No. I'm going to torture the shit out of you. Like, basically, because she cut off her damn ear. Like, bitch, you see the control I have? Like, try me, bitch. So all through this episode, you're getting a glimpse of Fred basically in limbo. Like, you have a clip of him at Archie's graduation, and you see him like about to leave the business to Archie, and then they're at Pop's and Archie's announcing that he's about to propose to Veronica, and then you get a glimpse of him at Archie's wedding to Veronica, and then finally my homie's eyes open. You're like, yay, Fred is alive, y'all. Fred is alive. So let's get into the ending, y'all. Y'all, I'm sorry, because this episode just was so crazy. I'm so serious. So that's why, like, I'm reacting the way I am. Like, this is basically how I reacted when I watched the fucking episode, because I was just like, but anyway, so let's talk about the end, okay? So the ending goes to, like, it pans to a car, like a bug. And if you saw the first season, you know who Bug that is. Lo and behold, is Miss motherfucking Grundy. I was like, oh hell no, I know y'all not about to add her butt back into the school. Like, I was really like, oh hell no, please don't do it. I was just talking shit about her, like, please don't do it. So then it cuts to her in her house, and she's teaching this boy how to play the piano, and then he walks out, he's like, bye Miss Grundy, and she just looks at him like, bye, and then she kisses him. Of course, she's still a cougar. She goes back into her house, and she sees like papers all over the floor, so she picks them up, she sees her window open, and she's like, oh shit. So then all of a sudden, all you see is her just choking, y'all. She choking, getting killed by one of them damn bows and shit. And at first I thought it was a pool stick, but it was a bow. Like, I watched it a second time, I was like, oh, that's a bow, y'all. She getting murked, y'all. Murked. So the Angel of Death, as they call him, he just killed Miss Grundy, y'all. Wasn't we just wondering, like, why was she in the show in the first place? Because her little plot with Archie was so pointless for the first season, and then y'all just brought her into the second season just to get killed. Alright, that's cool, I guess. So if you enjoyed this recap and want to see more, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel where I post 4 days a week. I know last week I did not post on Saturday. My mistake, but of course I'm going to this week. I promise, okay? I'm trying to be very consistent on this channel. And also comment down below what your favorite scene in this episode was, because I want to see how many people loved that whole part with Hermione and Veronica. I swear that was my favorite fucking scene in this whole damn episode. And also follow me on all my social media links, my Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, where I post regularly on all those good stuff. Especially because last week's episode, I did live tweet during the episode. So please follow me on all those social media links. And I guess that's all I wanted to say. So I guess I'm gonna go, guys. Bye. Cause I was just like, damn, y'all.